Question number 1. Why we need to use hexadecimal numbering system in place of decimal numbering system or binary numbering system? Okay. First of all, in decimal numbering system, your digits are 0 to 9. Total 10 digits. That's why it is called decimal numbering system. In binary system, we are having 2 digits, 0 and 1. In hexadecimal numbering system, we are having 0 to 9, A to F. Total 16 digits are there. That's why it is called hexadecimal numbering system. Get it?
Yes.
Okay. Now, if I want to represent this decimal numbering system into binary, because at the end of the day, your computer only understands binary. So we need to convert our digits into binary. Yes?
Yes.
So if I am having 1 bit, I can represent one number. Yes? If I am having 2 bits, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, I can represent maximum 4 digits. Yes? If I am having 3 digits, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, like this, 1, 1, 1. You can represent total 8 digits. In decimal numbering system, we are having total 10 digits, not 9, 0 to 9. So total 10 digits. So we need 10 combinations. So compulsorily, we need to use 4 bit to represent each digit, because using 3 bit you can represent only 8. Our target is to represent 10 different digits. So I need to use 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0 like this. Understand? Yes? Yes. Now this is 4 bit. Now using 4 binary bit, how many different combinations possible? 2 raised to 4. Total 16. So using 4 binary bit, I can represent 16 different things. Yes? But we have only 10 things over here. Understand? So if I use 4 binary bit to represent decimal numbering system, I can use 10 combinations and all 6 remaining combinations will get wasted. Understand? So we are wasting 6 combinations available to us. First problem. Get it? So we don't want to waste it. That is the reason. Second thing is, suppose I can store only 4 bit of data, 4 digit of data. What is the maximum number in decimal that you can store in 4 digit? What is the maximum number of decimal that you can store in 4 digit? 4 times? Exactly, 9, 9, 9, 9. This is the maximum number of 4 digit that you can write down in decimal numbering system. Now same 4 digit, but now I am using hexadecimal numbering system. What is the maximum number that I can store? F, 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 F. This is approximately 10,000 and this is approximately 56,000. Understand the difference? In a same space, using hexadecimal numbering system, I can represent a bigger number than my decimal numbering system. Get it? So my first question was, why we are using hexadecimal numbering system into 8086. So make in your mind very clear that in 8086 we are going to use hexadecimal numbering system. First thing, clear? Second, why hexa only? Because we don't want to waste our 6 combinations of binary. Plus, in the same space, we can store a bigger numbers using hexadecimal numbering system. That's why we are going to use hexadecimal numbering system. Clear? Yes. So this part is, I think, clear. There are 2 things. Done? Next is, what is the difference between bit, byte and word? 0 or 1 is called bit. Single bit. Yes. What is byte? 8 bit is equal to 1 byte. Yes. 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1. This is 1 byte. Understand? This is 1 bit. Yes? And what is word? 4 binary bit is word. Understand? So if this much part is there, it's called 1 word. Get it? 2 word is equal to 1 byte. Settled? You should know all these things in advance and properly. Then only you can understand future concepts. So better keep it clear. Done? Now I want to convert hex number into binary and binary into hex. What is A in hex? I want to write down the binary of A, 1010. Yes? If my number is 58H, whenever you are writing H at the end of any number, that number is hexadecimal number. Understand? So here 58 is my hexadecimal number. I want to convert it into binary. How to convert it? A simple logic. 4 binary bit for 1 hex digit. 4 bit is equal to 1 digit. Just keep in mind. And you can simply write down binary of any hex. directly. What is 5? 0 1 0 1. What is 8? 1 0 0 0. This is the binary of given hex. Understand? Yes? Okay. 78x. What is the binary? 7 0 1 1 1. What is 8? 1 0 0 0. Yes? ABX. This is my hex number. Yes. What is A? 1 0 1 0. 10. What is B? 11. 1 0 1 1. This is how you can convert your any hexa number into binary. Yes? Same way, suppose 1 0 1 1 0. This number is given and I want to find out the hex number equivalent to this. How to do that? Make a combination of 4 from the right hand side. So this 0 0 0. Yes, this is 1. What is this?
6.
Yes, so this is 16h. Get it? Same way, suppose 1 1 1 0 0. This is my number. I want to find out the hex out of this. This again 0 0 0. This is 1. This is 8 ને 4 12 એટલે get it? I hope you know the weightage of each number. 0 0 0 0. Suppose this is having weightage 1 2 4 8. So if I write down 1 over here, this is 8 12 14 15 F 1 1 1 1. Get it? Yes, this is how you can convert hex to binary, binary to hex. Though you have studied this thing in first semester, just for the sake of revision we are doing it. Because in this semester, you will need it throughout the semester. Get it? Now, after learning this much thing, there is a viva. So now you people need to answer something. Okay. Concentrate and let's check who can answer fast. F A 2x. This is my hex number. Yes or no?
Yes.
This is how many bit number? Fast. 4 bit number, 6 bit number, 8 bit number, 10 bit number. How many bit number? We know that one hex digit requires 4 binary bit.
Yes.
There are 3 such digits. 4 3s are 6 12 bit number. Get it? 89x. How many bit number? 8. A B C D H. How many bit number? 16. Fast. 77h. How many bit number? 8. 1 2 3 8h. How many bit number? 16. હું બોલો ને કરતા તો જોરમાં બોલો. Make it fast. 772h. How many bit number? 12. Fast. 1 2h. How many bit number? 8. Very poor. But still. So one hex digit multiply with 4, that many bit number is there. Understand? So when I say 8 bit number, you need to visualize that there are 2 hex digits. When I say 16 bit number, 4 hex digit. 12 bit number, 3 hex digit. Get it? Yes? So I think this one thing is clear. Done? Very good. Now next is power of 2. Concentrate. 2 raised to 0 is equal to 1. 2 raised to 1. 2 raised to 2. 4. 8. 16. Jaldi. Very slow. Okay. This is what? 2 raised to power something. This is 2 raised to power 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10. 2 raised to power 10 is 1024. In technical term, it is called 1k also. Yes? Yes, this one thing is okay. Now suppose 2 raised to 11. What is 2 raised to 11? Is equal to 2 raised to 1 into 2 raised to 10. Is equal to 2 into 2 raised to 10. Is equal to 2 into 1k. Is equal to 2k. Understand?
Yes.
A simple mathematics. Suppose 2 raised to 15 I want to know. 2 raised to 5 into 2 raised to 10. 2 raised to 5 is 32 into 1k. 32k. Understand?
Yes.
This is how you can solve the problem. So suppose it is 2 raised to 20, 2 raised to 10, 2 raised to 10 equal to k into k equal to n. 1 million. Location is equal to 2 raised to 20. Get it? Same way 2 raised to 30 is equal to 2 raised to 10 into 2 raised to 20 equal to k into n equal to gigabytes. G. 2 raised to 30 is equal to 1 gigabyte. Understand? 2 raised to 40 equal to 1 terabyte. Understand? Yes? Again quiz. Let's see how fast you are. Ja, bola jaldi. So 2 raised to 48. 2 raised to 8, 2 raised to 40. 8 is 256 terabyte. આવું તમારે સોલ્વ કરવાનું છે, મારે નહીં કરવાનું. You need to tell me the answer. 2 raised to 32. What is the answer? 4 gigabyte. 2 raised to 24. What is the answer? 60 megabyte. Very slow. Very slow. 2 raised to 18. 256k. Concentrate. 1k equal to 10. 20 equal to m. 30 equal to g. 40 equal to t. Now concentrate. 2 raised to 26. What is the answer?
Megabyte.
64. What? M. Megabyte. 2 raised to 36. 64.
Gigabyte.
Get it? This is how you can solve the problem. You need to be very fast to solve this. Otherwise you will not get it. Get it? So this is about power of 2. Okay, last. 2 raised to 44. What is the answer? 16 terabyte. Very slow. But still, it is fine. So power of 2 is clear. Done? Okay, now next is instruction cycle. To understand how your microprocessor work, you need to understand the instruction cycle. I hope you have already studied the same thing in CFO also. But still, just for the sake of revision, there are 3 things that your microprocessor do every time. Whatever you see on your screen, if it is a movie, if it is a game that you are playing, whatever you are doing, your microprocessor in the background running instructions. And that instructions are doing 3 things in the background. Fetch, decode, execute. These are the 3 things happens in the background to run anything on your screen. Get it?
Yes.
Now, if this is my memory, your memory is actually divided into 2 parts. The first part is called address. This is called address of a memory. Yes? Physical location of your memory. And the second part is called data, where the data is stored in binary again. Yes? We are talking about memory. It is a physical thing, so everything is stored in 1010 only. Nothing in English. No movement. Get it? Here everything is in binary only. Get it? Yes?
Yes.
Okay. So suppose address is 101011. The location data carries 32. Understand? Yes. Now this data, each memory location is having these 2 things, address and data. Again, your data is also divided into 2 things only. It can be a normal data or it can be program. Okay? If I am storing WhatsApp over here, is a software program. If my message is stored, data. Understand? Instagram is stored, program. My feed is stored, data. Get the difference?
Yes.
Everything here is divided into again 2 things. It is program or data. Understand? So what happens? Suppose here 1011111011 something like is written over here. Okay, we have already decided that suppose for plus there is 00 sign, for subtract there is 1 sign, for division there is 10 sign, for multiplication what sign is remain? 0. Suppose this is what I want to do. I am having one table in memory. This is the table which do this thing. Okay? So what your program do if you want to do addition of 2 numbers? Actually what happens? First it will fetch the data. So suppose I want to add this 50. So 50 comes into my microprocessor. Understand? Then it will check which another number you want to add 70. So 70 will go again fetch and comes into microprocessor. This process is called fetching. You are first fetching this data to your microprocessor. Get it?
Yes.
Next. Now what is my next program says? Program is saying you need to do suppose here 00. You need to do 00. So 00 comes here. Now what do you mean by 00? For that you need to check your table that what is the meaning of 00? Plus. This process of knowing that 00 is plus is called decoding. So now your processor is doing decoding. It will add 70 plus 50, answer is 120. Now this answer is executed over here and it will stored over whatever location you want to store. This is called execution part. Get it?
Yes.
Even execution can be divided into two parts. You are executing something into processor itself and then you are storing the data. It is called loading process. So fetch, decode, execute, then load. If you ignore load, still it is actually divided into three major parts: fetch, decode, execute. Any instruction is doing these three things. Clear? If you are watching movie, at that time also you are first go to memory, fetch the data that you want to see, then processor will display it on the screen. It is called displaying is execution. Before that it will get to know that you want to actually watch it on VLC player. Then that opening VLC player and showing to you is decoding part. Understand?
Yes.
Yes. The moral of the story is any instruction. See, at the background of your computer, everything is instruction. You are watching movie, playing game, opening your Instagram, everything is executing instructions. Understand? Yes, every instruction is in binary. Your computer only understand binary. Your data can be your data or program. Understand? And it will do three things: fetch, decode, execute. Clear? This part is also. Now the last part for today's session is bus. What is bus? Bus is bus, which will carry you from one place to another place. Same is the concept over here. Bus is a line which can carry data from one place to another place. Only thing that you need to remember is one line is carrying only one bit of data. What do you mean by line? If this is my line, treat it like a switch. So this switch is off, that means it is carrying 0. If this switch is on, this will carry 1. This is how it works. Now the switch is in the form of transistor, which is millions of transistors on a board. So you can't see it physically, but one line can carry only one bit of data. That you need to understand, right? Yes.
Yes.
So when we are talking about bus in context of computer, it is multiple lines together make a bus. Understand? If there are 8 lines, it is 8-bit bus. Understand? Because 8 lines can carry 8 bit of data. 10 lines can carry 10 bit of data. It is as simple as that. Understand? Yes.
Yes.
One line can carry how many bit of data?
1.
1. If I am having 16 lines, how many bit of data I can?
16.
Oh, very good. Now there are 3 kind of bus. One is called address bus. One is called data bus. Another is called control bus. There are different control signals. Address bus will carry your address. Data bus will carry your data. Data is this. Address is this. Understand? Control bus will tell you what you want to do with your memory. You want to read something, you want to write something. That is given by control bus. Done? A very simple example is I want to copy 30 onto this location. This is what I want to do. This process is called writing to memory. Yes? So what I will do? First address bus will come. I will give this address to my address bus. Yes? It will go over here. Then data bus come. It will carry 30 on it. And then I will send the signal right. So it will write on that location 30. This is how it happens. Yes? When you want to read something, the process will get a little bit different. First address bus will go, it will come to this location. It don't know what to do, so control signal will come and it will tell you read. Then the data from this location will come to my data bus and I will read it. Understand? So when you write something, address bus comes, then data bus comes, then your control bus. This is the sequence. When you want to read something, address bus, read, then data comes. Understand? Though everything happens in a nanosecond or microsecond, we don't actually realize it, but in the background this process happens. Understand? So there are 3 major buses: address bus, data bus, control bus. It is a collection of lines. If I am saying that my data bus is 20-bit data bus, what do you mean by that? If I am saying that I am having a data bus of 20-bit, what do you mean by that? There are 20 lines of data in my microprocessor which carries the data part. Understand? Yes? Get it? So this is it. Done. अब बंद कर